All right, back in the saddle here. Nice little breeze. The wind is kicking up. It's supposed to get kind of strong this afternoon. We've had some pretty crazy winds. I mentioned yesterday it was windy, but we've had some pretty crazy winds in the last few days. We're weather's been sort of strange. So the for a few days here, those of us up here in the north have had some really kind of cool, kind of crazy, unsettled weather, and our fellow Ontarians in the southern part of the province have been like roasting. And today's supposed to be nice, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be like 11. You know, and then it's supposed to get, you know, a little bit warmer on the weekend, and then maybe kind of back to normal temperatures for this time of the year. Supposed to be like 18, 19 Celsius. So we're supposed to get back to that by the beginning of next week. We'll see. But yeah, it's been all over the place. As I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, you know, yesterday I was all bundled up and it was freezing, and today I'm melting. All right, next stop coming up right here. And so what we have is and it's kind of hiding here, we have the milepost 62 marker. And so again, this is the mileage on the Kinghorn line. You can see a little bit better from this side. And so for the original lines, the Nippigan subdivision, the Dorion subdivision, again, we have to subtract the 49.7 miles. And so that would give us 12.3. So milepost 12.3. Okay, we'll jump back up on the bike. I'm having language issues today, speaking issues. We'll jump back on the bike and continue our journey. Okay, let's keep moving here. So here's where things kind of quiet down again a little bit, and we don't really see much until we get to milepost 63, so another mile from here. So what I'm going to do, make sure Luna's behind us. She's kind of, as I mentioned before, she's kind of gassed already. So this is another area here. It looks like they may have dug material, and we'll point out a few more of those. You know, we talked about how they may have dug ballast and other material alongside the grade. So what I'm going to do is like here, maybe looks like it. I'm going to zip you ahead a little bit, and we'll stop here and there if there's anything to take a look at. So here we have an insulator. So this is a Dominion 42. I don't know if it's just, usually they're clear. This has kind of got a little bit of a tinge to it, and I don't know if it's, so what they do is they soak, yeah, see, they soak the pegs in, they soak the whole telegraph pole in creosote to preserve it, and then the pegs and stuff won't come off because they're like welded on there. And there's part of the telegraph pole right there. So again, lots of telegraph poles on this section here. So here's another telegraph pole. This one's right beside the grade. What's interesting about this one is on the top part there, you can actually see two sets of metal brackets, and I think I'm not sure which ones those carry. Again, I'm not an expert on telegraph poles. You can see some Dominion 42s on there, but you can see that there's two metal brackets, and usually the metal bracket ones had these Armstrong insulators on there, and you can kind of you can see the two sets of them on there. So this one and this one here, and then again, anything good would have been taken by people. So anything, when I mean by anything good, usually is anything green. You could fill dump trucks with those clear ones, those Dominion 42s. So here's another telegraph pole right in there. We're not going to stop and take a look at it, but not quite sure why it's on that side, because the telegraph line was on this side. There were two lines that paralleled the railway grade most of the time. Obviously the telegraphed line all the time. There was a power line as well for a good number of years, right? Basic easy corridor, right? Running power through this area. And so the power, I think, started coming after they opened a big, so they opened the first big hydroelectric project on the Nipigon River, which is kind of to the southwest of here. They started working on that in 1917-ish, and then they started obviously distributing power from there. I'll hold up for a second here, let Luna catch up. She's huffing and puffing. It's warm today. All right, so I'm going to power us ahead to the next stop here. Luna got some water. She's still sucking wind. Okay, we're coming up on our next stop here, just a brief one. So we do have a culvert passing under the grade, and we're going to stop because it's going to give us a mileage check here. And so it's a modern metal culvert, but I wrote down 62.85. So that is the mileage on the Kinghorn, and so for the original line that would be 13.5. So we're almost at Jackpine Station, which I believe the siding starts right up here somewhere, and that's where we'll pause again. Okay, so let me check our battery here. How we doing? Battery's still alive. All right, now we're going to take a quick look here, because somewhere in here is supposed to be milepost 63. Now, I've looked on several occasions for it with no luck, but it's supposed to be here somewhere. I'm just looking to see if there's even just the nub, the little stub of the post. Sometimes they cut them off. This is all nice, sort of blueberry country here. Now this is I think this is an old pole, like the support pole and wire for a telegraph pole here. Not seeing anything here. I'll check over here. All I have is just an approximation of where it might be. I kind of go off the other markers. So we have 62 and we have 64. And so we kind of use those to kind of give us a rough idea. There's a road that cuts across here, or used to cut across. I'm not seeing any milepost marker whatsoever. No stub either. So it's a good chance it's gone. So here's another example of an area where they likely dug ballast for the line. So you can see this is all sort of scooped out. Again, I mean, we can't be entirely certain that this happened at the time. There is a road that cuts across. We saw one part of the access road. There's another part that's just up here. But so we can't be 100% certain, but there's a good chance that's what it is. Piece of metal here. Not sure what that is. Got a little light here. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to hold up, because right here is the start of the siding here at Jackpine. And then what we'll do is we got to swap out batteries, and then we'll continue working our way through the we'll work through the station and the siding here.